All I wanna do in the morning is go dumpster dive for electronics, high-phonics. Loving it so easy when it's recyclable, and that's wonderful. All right, haven't been here for like a week. Last time I came here, it was empty. It was totally empty. So let's see what they do. Anything? Yeah. Yeah, not much, really. Huh. You guys haven't really did much here. I think I'm gonna go in and get a sandwich and a glass of milk. Come out, kick up the old dumpster radio. Hello. And start doing something in here. I got all that stuff right here. Needs to be broke down and separated. We got a lot of extruded. Very nice. Yeah, even more stuff. We need to break down, separate, break down, and separate. Oh, even back there. And we're ready for next year for the garden. We'll put that up in the, we'll put those up in the loft. And yeah, next year for the garden. We got it. What am I doing here? You're asking? Well, I got so much extruded aluminum piled up, and I need to make room. I got stuff piled up everywhere, so I need to make room the much as possible. So what I'm doing here is cutting these pieces. I'm not cutting them. I'm just scorching it, really, right? Just a little bit. Scorch, scorch, scorch. And then, so at the end here is a piece of cast aluminum right here. It's a piece of cast aluminum, and there's like a steel spring in there. There's two little notches where they punched it so it'll hold everything together. So I just cut it past that notch and breaking that piece off. So boom, there we go. Irony aluminum. Fill that off. Irony. I actually saw a category in someone's video. I think it was Dumpster Marcus or Scrap Vulture, Vid Vulture or whatever. They actually had an irony extruded category. I don't have nothing like that. So then the other marks I'm making, put them on the table, give a little break. Hand size, okay? And then there we go. It fits in there now. Can you see it? You can't really see it, can you? I'm all in the light. Anyways, that's the idea. Dirty. Dirty, dirty. Well, let's get that out of the way. manual. God, it's so dusty in there, so dirty. Can't really see. Of course, it is like 5:30 in the morning. I'm just waiting for the light to come up so I can go riding. It rained last night, but it ain't gonna stop me any. I left my bike outside. I left most of the stuff outside. I was laying in the bed with the wife, you know, just kind of hanging out with her because we don't really get to hang out very much anymore. So just kind of hanging out with her, and I fell asleep. I meant to come back out, start the fire, burn some things and take some things apart, but you know, I fell asleep. Just cleaning up these number 2 insulated wires. It's been over a month. It's been over a month since I went to the scrapyard, so, and I've heard even then, when my prices were then a month ago, that people were talking about the prices going down. So I really hope that ain't the case, but if that's the case, that's okay with me. Making more money is better, but making money is not a bad thing. People hoarding back their steel, waiting for the prices to go up. You could get yourself in a lot of trouble with the compliance officer. Trust me, I know that one. I know too well about the old compliance officer. But, I mean, you want to hold your steel back, go ahead. I'm not. You know, in 2013, for about, I don't know, 3 months, shred was at $20 a ton. That's 1 penny a pound for steel. And the only one that was going to the scrapyard was the guy with 2 thumbs. This guy. It was dead. And the guys are like, "What are you even doing here?" I'm like, man. And I didn't really haul a whole lot of steel back in 2013. It was mostly alloys. But of course, sometimes you gotta go through the shred to get to the good stuff, the alloys, you know, your copper, your brass, your aluminum. So I wasn't even going through a whole lot, but I was still bringing it in. You know, making like, the yard wasn't that far from me either, so I would bring in a good bucket of wires and motors and whatnot to help pay for the trip. And man, I was like, what would normally bring me about $80 was bringing me about $15, $20. I was also riding my bike around too then, so I didn't really have a whole lot of gas involved. I'd ride my bike around, clip the cords, take things apart right there on the spot. But if there was something too heavy that I couldn't get to and I wanted to get to it, I'd go get the vehicle. $20 a ton. The only reason why I'm hoarding this metal back here that I got is I don't really have a way to take it to the yard. We're gonna have to rent a box truck, which is okay with me. You know, it'll take a little cream off the top, but at least it'll get moved, though. At least it'll get moved. Jeez. That dude dirty? That dude dirty or what? I clean my scrap. I don't really want to clean so well. There's a motor. I'm gonna go ahead and tear into one of these. I got like 6 of these fans, so I'm gonna tear into one motor and see what's inside it, but it may not be worth it. It may just be an armature and a couple giant magnets. And of course, really,
extracting copper off an armature is not really very efficient because there's so much glue involved. It's the field case that you want. It's the field case, the part that the armature sits down into that has copper. That's what you want, but I don't think there's a field case in this. I think it's just a magnet. A couple magnets kind of look like these. Kind of look like these little half moon boys. That's enough rambling. All right, well, get some light. So I came across these security screws. I didn't have a bit for it. It was almost like instead of a star bit, it was almost like a socket bit, like a reverse star, a socket bit. Easy fix with the old grinder. All I did was cut a slit in there, right? So now I get a flat head in. And you want to go too deep, just enough, because these screws ain't really that tight, I don't think. So now I can get a flathead screwdriver in there. It was real easy, real simple. It didn't really take that much more time. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them I had to do, and then the rest of them are just a regular hex head, Phillips, some people call it, or X head screwdriver. So we'll get that dude apart. Some kind of DVR boy right here. Every time I put the tool bag in there, my bike falls over. I don't even know why. I just try the kickstand. I'll just lay it down next time, but here we are. I just went ahead and using my last resort tube that I had in stock. I just put another tube in there and a different tire that I had. So let's hope that stays up. I didn't even check. We're good. Let's do that. It's a rainy, dreary day. It's a dreary day today. Let's hope it don't rain, but if it do, that's all right. I'm not worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is getting my iPhone wet, which is my camera source, YouTube source. I do have a backup iPhone 7 Plus. It was my wife's. She's now rolling with the 6S. So I do have a backup. So let's get it on, people. See what we can find out here today. Alright, I'll just take the screws out of this. Alright, there'll be some wire, cast aluminum, plastic. It's a start. It is a start. Alright. Is that wire? Oh, look at that. It's not a wire. Okay. Now it's starting to rain, which means I'm not going to be pulling the phone out so much. Hopefully it stays dry. I saw a guy, I heard him throw something in there, and I come around the corner, I saw him walk this way. So I went that way to go ask if I can get in there. See if I can find him. She said she was gonna do it. And she did it. Cans. Where's all my canners at? Where's all my canners out there? Anybody? I better tie that one back up. All right, lady. Well, she likes the tall boys of the buddies. The Bud Lights. She likes them tall boys. I'm gonna tie that up. Right on, lady. She said she's gonna do it. She did it. Well, somebody, hopefully the owner, came back and got that little bike, that little girl's bike. I guess it could be over there by the dumpster. We'll take a peek. There's that chair over there too. Well, we may snag it up. Still heading down some alleys, but I didn't mean to kind of fill my cart up so much. But I mean, with aluminum BX shield and aluminum cans and a bunch of Romex wire, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Saw a couple screen doors down there. One of them was the cheap boy that had the thick wood in between the aluminum panels, and the other one had straight up extruded aluminum frame. I would love to get that. I don't know. We may just take it apart. I got some tools on me. See if we could take it apart. But sometimes getting them doors apart are a little tough because they've been, you know, weathered and everything kind of seized. Steel and aluminum does not mix, especially in the weather. Does not mix. Anyways, it's raining still, barely. Just enough to get me a little wet though. I'm not scared of that. There we go. That should hold everything down on my wires and cans. Thank you very much. Waste management. Greasy. Ow, I lost my tool bag. Oh no. Oh yeah. Heavy auto parts. Need to lay this front end down a little bit. That's not really doing it. That's not really doing it. It's not quite up in front. I gotta throw some more weight in this front bucket. Cool. Edge. Ice House, huh? 8.0% alcohol. Jeez. Hello, Bryce. Hello, Bryce. We'll just take you all with us. I don't know where to put it. It'll probably fall out. Let's make sure it don't fall out. That might even be plastic. Watch that. No, that's metal. That's metal. Okay. Phew. Oh. Well, we got, yeah. Bolt. And a little piece of number 1. A little piece of number 2. It's a big old piece of number 2. I can almost guarantee that's full-on brass or copper. And it very well could be copper. I ain't gonna do what I did last time by scrapping out the copper. How in the heck does this thing come apart? Huh. Not even sure if I'm gonna be able to get it. Let's try it.
Sit, meow mix, sit. Meow. That's a good pussy.